Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a handbag comparison, and the handbag I'm going to be comparing is my favorite handbag ever, which is the Mulberry Lily. This is one of their iconic handbag styles. So I'm going to be showing you the Lily. So this is the regular size that you can pick up, and I'm going to be comparing it against their medium Lily, which is the larger size that you can purchase. So I just really wanted to do this video for anybody that's thinking of purchasing one of these bags. I would definitely highly recommend. So just to give you a better idea of the size and the differences and everything like that. So my regular Lily is the newest to my handbag collection. I purchased this just before the lockdown because I found it on an amazing discount. But I decided to go for it in the black because my medium Lily, which I've had for a little bit longer, is obviously in the tan, and I just think the neutral colours are the most wearable. But in terms of the sizes of the actual handbags, you can see if I kind of hold them side by side, and you can see on the close-up, they are quite considerably different in size. So I think the regular Lily comes in at 21 centimetres in width, where the medium Lily is 28 centimetres. The height is fairly similar, you can see, and it's also worth noting that the actual depth of the bag, so this way, is actually exactly the same at 9 centimetres. So that is just one thing to note. Another thing which is really key to know is that both bags actually have the exact same handle drop length. So they both have a handle drop of 29 centimetres. So if you're kind of worried that, oh, if I get the smaller one, it's not going to look and be as comfortable on my shoulder, that will not be an issue because, like I say, they have exactly the same handle drop. But yeah, so now I'm just going to go back to the regular Lily. So I think for me, this bag was something that I'd always envisioned as an evening handbag, just because it is on like the sort of smaller, more delicate side. However, since purchasing it, I've actually used it on like a daily basis. So I'm kind of happy with fitting in my like purse, my keys, like a small hairbrush. Right now, hand sanitizer and wipes, mints, all things that I usually carry around and have no sort of issue. So the way these handbags open is with the postman's lock. So this is it here. And then if you just go inside the bag, you can see it's got quite a lot of room inside and does have a zip pocket at the back. So to be honest, this is actually working for me a lot better than I thought it would. Like I said, I kind of was thinking, oh, this is just going to be an evening bag. But to be honest, now that I've got it, I could definitely see me using this way more than I was hoping so. So I guess this bag would be for someone that is looking for probably a smaller bag, but also could transition into an evening bag. So if I compare that in terms of the medium Lily, this is considerably larger in my opinion, and saying that, it is a little bit heavier. The medium Lily for me was the one that I always desperately wanted. Like I said at the start of this video, this is actually my favourite handbag. I've always loved Mulberry from like being really young, and probably because my mum loves Mulberry handbags, so I've kind of always had them around in my life. So as I got a little bit older, this was my absolute favourite. So I was literally over the moon to even have these in my life. I was lucky enough to receive this one as a gift about a year and a bit ago, and I absolutely love it. So this bag obviously is in the tan colour. It's actually called Oak if you find it on the Mulberry website. Obviously my regular one is just black, but it is in the croc print, which I'll talk a little bit about later. But yeah, this is in the oak. However, it's also worth me mentioning now that this is actually the new, the old oak colour in the Lily. The newer oak is a lot, it's kind of like richer and deeper, so it's kind of worth just going into a store to have a look, and they might still have some of the older oak, which this one is, and compare it to the newer oak colour. But back to the handbag, like I said, this is a lot bigger, and the reason I kind of went for this is because usually I kind of tend to go for larger handbags, just because I kind of like to have the option if I'm out and say I buy a bottle of water, I can fit this in here, or if I bought like a little top, I could also fit this in here. It just provides you with a lot of extra room. So again, it has the postman's lock, which if I just undo, this actually has the stuffing in, which I'll take out. So if I pop the stuffing out, you can see this is considerably larger in size. Obviously the zip pocket again at the back is larger, and it is just overall a bigger handbag. Another thing to note on this is actually this extra little strip of leather. So this is a new addition to the medium lily handbags. So you'll notice if you maybe buy one second hand, it might not have this, but this is for like extra reinforcement, because what you can find is with it being a little bit heavier and the chains a bit like bigger and thicker, that it can over time like droop in the middle. So Mulberry like put this extra strip in, which is great because it means it holds its shape a lot better. That extra strip is not present in the regular Lily, but I think that's just because it's a smaller and lighter bag, so it doesn't actually need it. So yeah, the main thing that I think is worth noting about the two handbags is actually the style. So like what I mean by that is how you'd wear it. If you are like 100% only going to wear this over your shoulder, then I think the medium would probably be a really great choice, because personally I think the regular Lily is the one that looks better crossbody. I'm going to be popping in, I might have already popped in some try-ons here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But that would probably be my biggest piece of advice. So really think about how you actually want to wear the bag. Like you say, I don't really think the medium is meant for the crossbody. Obviously you can make it the crossbody if you just pull the chain. You can see the strap goes a lot longer. I would wear this just again over my shoulder and have it sort of around my hip area, but I probably would never really wear this bag across my body just because it kind of swamps my frame, and I don't know, I'm just not too keen on the style of it that way. However, if you are looking for a smaller bag that obviously, like I said, can be an occasion bag, I'd probably recommend the regular Lily, because you do have that option of having it on your shoulder. I think this looks great crossbody. It's a really great size and just looks really nice. And also, again, you could just have it on your shoulder and down by your hip. So I'd say this is probably more versatile in ways to wear it. So I guess that for me is probably the biggest point that I try and get across. So I guess as well, it's worth noting the leathers. So my medium Lily is in your classic, I think, I'm not too sure what it's called. It's like a textured leather, a pebbled leather, I'm sure it's actually called. So this is what majority of the Mulberry bags come in. It's a beautiful leather. Every time I get it out of the dust bag, I'm like, oh, it smells so good. It's really nice and thick and durable. So really love this. And it's also worth noting, because it's that pebbled leather, you're going to feel a bit better. Like if it gets scratched, it'll probably kind of wear out and not be as noticeable compared to like if you bought a shiny leather handbag. So I actually picked up the regular Lily in this gorgeous croc print. So this is a little bit more sort of luxurious, I guess. Obviously it's not real crocodile skin, no way, I wouldn't be a fan of that or agree with that. But this is just leather that is embossed in a crocodile print. This does make the bag a little bit more expensive, but I'll come to the prices in a bit. But I think this is absolutely beautiful, and if you're looking for one that's maybe got a little bit more detail going on, I think the croc print is definitely worth looking into, because I know it's available in a lot of colours as well. The final thing to note is you can pick these up in ostrich leather, I think, but they are ridiculously expensive. Finally, I'm going to talk a bit about the price. So I'm going to talk about the medium Lily, as that was my first one. Like I said, I was so fortunate to receive this as a gift, but I know that currently they retail at £895, which is a lot of money. I do appreciate. So these are definitely an investment bag, which is why I'd highly recommend going into store, trying them on and really getting a feel for the bag first before you go ahead and purchase. But yes, this is £895, and I think that's across all the colours. So this one is more expensive obviously than the regular, but to be honest, I think there's only £100 difference. So the regular bags are £795 and the medium bag is £895. But that is of course in the regular leather. So the regular Lily that I have here, this specific model, is actually £950, and that is because it is in this croc print. The regular Lilies, like I said, are usually £795, but if you go for the croc, they bump up to $9.50, which is mega expensive. Like you said, I do appreciate that these are really expensive handbags. I did get both of mine on discount, and I mean considerable discount on this handbag. Like, just hang fire. I'm sure you'll be able to get one in the sale, or just kind of look out for if there's any really good discounts. I actually ended up getting this with like 50% off, and then luckily where I work I got some extra staff discount on top of that. So I really obviously paid a lot less than the retail. However, saying that, I do recommend these handbags. They're beautifully made, beautiful quality materials, and are just such a luxury item to have in your collection that I think are timeless. And like I said, because they're part of the iconic collection, you know they're never going to lose their value. So guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I know I've done something similar. So on my channel before, I reviewed the Mulberry Alexa Against the Bayswater, another two fabulous Mulberry handbags. I've also done a video on my Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. So I will try and pop the links below for those handbag videos if you'd like to check them out. But yeah, that is it for today. Of course, the whole point of this video is for people that are looking to purchase these handbags. So I would really recommend, if you do have any questions, please hit me up. And like I said, my biggest recommendation is go into store, see how you'd style it, and just see which bag feels more comfortable on your body and how you'd want to wear it. That is probably my best bit of advice. But like I said, I absolutely love these handbags. They are the sort of prized possession in my entire collection, and I love them so much. But that is it for now, and thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week.